Two gladiators were in the middle of assaulting a woman when, to everyone's shock, the situation spiraled out of control and she violently tore away one of her attacker's manhood. Just a day earlier, the legendary training ground that had produced Spartacus had welcomed an unprecedented newcomer, a female gladiator.
Behold! Achilea, the goddess of death.
The moment the others realized she was a woman, their contempt was obvious. Seeing this, the trainer arranged for Erato to face her, hoping to test Agrilia's true ability.
I would see cock tangle with more worthy adversary.
Work the fucking log!
Forced to switch opponents, the two clashed head-on. Agrilia was quicker and more agile, but raw ferocity alone wasn't enough. Before long, she was overwhelmed by her opponent's superior technique. Humiliated and enraged, Agrilia complained that the shield in her hand was too heavy and restricted her performance. The trainer coldly ordered her to pick it up.
It is not to my benefit, Dottore.
You will do as commanded!
Achilea, stand ground and receive correction.
Left with no choice, she swallowed her anger and stood where she was. To the trainer, however, she seemed utterly beyond saving, so he turned and walked away from the training ground. He sought out Asher, arguing that Agrilia's arrival had disrupted the balance of the school. Asher dismissed the concern, believing the men were simply under too much pressure lately. To relieve it, he brought in prostitutes to let everyone unwind, none of which had anything to do with Agrilia. Listening to the sounds coming from inside, she could only vent her frustration alone, hacking wildly at a wooden post. Late that night, a drunken Cretus staggered into the training ground with a companion and spotted Agrilia standing by herself.
Wooden man poses slight contest. Perhaps you would care to engage more fearsome opponents.
I prefer larger challenge.
Fueled by alcohol and rage, Cretus lunged at her, and the two began to struggle. She tried to flee, but being only one woman, she was quickly overpowered by both men, seized and thrown hard to the ground. One pinned her down while Cretus roughly tore at her skirt. Just as he was about to violate her, Agrilia fought free with desperate strength. When the two men were left unable to resist, she slipped behind Cretus and ripped away his manhood with brutal force. His agonized screams finally drew attention. By the time the medics arrived, Cretus was no longer breathing.
What has fucking happened? The woman! She went mad!
He breaks false words. I was but working palace when
I give no shit what they did!
In this training ground, only the owner, Asher, had the authority to decide a slave's fate, unless she could prove she was more valuable than the man she had killed. And for a gladiator, the only value that mattered was the ability to fight. The gap in strength between them was overwhelming. Agrilia was driven steadily backward, even grabbing a wall-mounted torch as a weapon, while the trainer showed no mercy.